Live in the now. So many people, they are just a minion based on the program that's running in their mind, and that program is not even controlled by themselves. They have no free will because they are making a decision based on a perspective that's forced upon them, an energy that forced upon them, and then they are making choices within that energy, and they thinking that they are their own choices, but it's not free will. Because if you only get three choices: eat dog shit, eat cat shit, or eat bird shit, and then you choose, oh, then if I only have these choices, I prefer to eat bird shit. And then someone asks you, "Oh, did you enjoy your bird shit? It was nice." And then you say, "Yeah, nah, I don't know. Yeah, it's okay." But you're actually eating bird shit. And what I'm trying to say here is, if you only have few choices, and none of these choices feel right to you, but you still make the choice, is it your own choice? No. You are on an energy, you are on a frequency where you aren't capable of seeing the choices you want to choose. And only when you start living in the moment without a plan, okay, have a vision, but not a plan. And this is something people have to really, make a change in their mind, because that's what I notice with a lot of people. They have a plan and a vision, and they make that plan based on their logical information. But if you have never reached that vision yet, how can you make a logical plan reaching it? Because if you would logically know it, you would probably already achieved it. So many times it's controlling your routines and the habits to make that a reality. But you have to live in the now to see the opportunities. If you are forced to make a decision now, you only see a limited options. When you just have that vision and you move through life with belief, then new options become visible. But if you're never capable of living in the now, keeping your belief, positive self image, and following your intuition, if you're never capable of being in that state, in your own energy for a longer period, how is it even possible to create awareness about the opportunities that you want to move to? And that's actually what the school system and the work system and all these things stop you from doing. Being in your own energy, within belief, within a positive self image, being positive, having a clear vision in your mind, and making choices from your unique energy. That's what the system actually does not want you to do, because that's where your real power is. Being in control over your unique perspective, evolving your perspective, and start creating awareness from that unique perspective on the opportunities that are out there in reality. And I'm going to keep saying this because this is what 99% of the people are not doing. They are just forcing themselves to keep mixing in certain situations where there's a perspective force upon them, and then they make the decision, and then they think that it's their own decision. No, it's not true. You're not living in the now. You're stuck in an energy that's forced upon you. You're making choices that are forced upon you. You are not making your own decisions. You are a slave of the invisible energy of belief systems that's forced upon you. You're not living in the now. You're living from a program that does not allow you to think your own thoughts. Perfect example, when COVID came, for example, there were such crazy rules, systems that people had to keep themselves to. It was so obvious to me that it's like insane. But it was just the government testing us. How retarded are we? That was the real test. Okay, just to see how retarded people are, and how big of a percentage people are retarded. And with retarded, I mean people that aren't capable of making their own brain connections. That was the test. Because if you are capable of making your own brain connections, you would understand that the whole thing was a scam, that the whole thing was like insane, that people aren't allowed to make hand contact, but they are allowed to touch the same money you are touching, understanding that they are still pushing sugar and that kind of stuff to keep your immune system low, but they are also saying, oh, you have to wear a mask or an injection and that stuff to keep you safe. But it's like insane because people do not connect the dots, understanding that you have to have a high immune system, and then if you catch it, you will develop your own immune system from it, you know? So, like, people aren't even capable of using your brain, and you can get frustrated about that, or you can start using it in your advantage. Because once you start realizing this, you start to understand that you can influence people with your energy also. If you have a strong belief, a strong vision, which does not even have to be logical, if you just share that energy with people, they will adapt, and they aren't even capable of making their own brain connections. So they will just adapt to you, to your energy, if you have a strong inner image. Okay. And if you just create a reason that's not even, the real reason or whatever, in their mind, it's that reason with that energy, and therefore it's true. Because they aren't capable of making their own brain connections. They are stuck making brain connections about not important stuff on the news, making brain connections about things that do not really matter. So their brain is already firing stuff about other stuff, but not about the now and the reality of now. They are living from an energy that's not their own. They're living from a brainwashing, from a situation where they aren't even capable of using their own brain as a tool to improve their life, or to second guess things, or to see reality for what it is. They live from the illusion of their mind. And the real powerful humans on this earth are not the humans with a lot of money, even though, it helps a lot, but it's the humans who are capable of evolving their perspective to a level where they are capable of seeing life with more depth. And when you are seeing life with more depth, you are capable of creating more awareness. And when you have a lot of awareness and you're seeing life with more depth, the money you own becomes valuable. Okay. Then you can spend it on things that create high leverage. Then you can spend it on things that make your life better. But if you just have a lot of money and don't have any awareness, and you're stuck in the energy that's forced upon you, and you're making your choices, buying things, paying for stuff that are actually not your own choice, but on energy that's forced upon you, then the environment controls your money. The environment controls your spending. And you think you are spending your money. You think you are paying for the things you want. But actually, what you want is forced upon you. What you think is forced upon you. So actually, the environment decides where your money goes to. The money controls your perspective, and your perspective controls your money. But if you control the perspective of other people, you have their money. So start living from the now. Start to understand, what's my choice? How do I live and make my choices from my perspective, my choices, my body and mind? Okay? My freedom, my time. And once you start to value you more, have a positive perspective about you, positive self image about you, you start valuing your time more. You start valuing life more. So many people are not valuing life. So many people are not valuing their time or this beautiful world they have been born in. They just stay in the same place, keep mixing with toxic people, keep going to the job they dislike, keep doing those things that they do not truly want. And that's because they are stuck in an energy, stuck in a perspective, stuck in a frequency that keeps them in a loop. And it's actually an energy loop, the perspective loop. They aren't capable of creating first a clear vision of the direction they want to go to, then create awareness within their own energy, how to get to that goal, and then controlling their habits and actions to take action on that and break out of that energy loop. Because you have to go within to fix the things without. But most people, they are too external. They are never capable of going within, and therefore they're never able to attuning themselves to a unique energy, making decisions from the now, and creating results from the now. And that's the real game of life, creating results from the now, from your own unique frequency, from your own decision making, and not from an energy that's forced upon you by society. That's the real game of life. So yeah, I hope this video helped you out, created more awareness. If you need, if make sure to like, subscribe, give me a comment, give me some feedback, so I have something also to read, and it also motivates me. And yeah, if you need any help, click on the link below, and then I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.